Hello, and welcome back to the Adventures of Zulxochi, episode 4. After a brief wait to ask questions, at the end of the last episode, I've decided, based upon feedback, to move on to different pastures. I've given a nice little impression of what the Forsaken are like. The answer being conflicting with their morals with themselves. Now we're gonna go and explore a little bit more traditional Horde culture along with trolls. To do that, first we're going to, well, travel a little bit. So again, I'm gonna either cut away or speed up, whatever I feel is more appropriate. But I kind of like showing the little trips, so I think I'm gonna go with the speed up again. Anyway, I'll demonstrate the trip to Stranglethorn. We're gonna take a Zeppelin, because that's gonna take a while. Or maybe if the Zeppelins are out, we're gonna take a portal. Regardless, I'll see you after the transition. Well, looks like indeed the Zeppelins are still
what do you
bugged.
want?
Hello, Mr. Hindenburg. The Purple Princess crew has gone on strike. Something about not getting paid for the last 11 years? I wasn't really listening. Oh, then I'll just take this portal. Convenient portal to Stranglethorn. Mr. Hindenburg. I mean, that name's not exactly subtle, is it? Apologies for the creaky chair. Well, welcome to Stranglethorn Vale. We are now at the south end of the continent. We went all the way from here to here. And it's lovely, nice, warm and tropical over here. And look at the lovely, lovely beaches. You know, if you ignore the shipwrecks. But yes, this is Gromgul base camp. Well, the Zeppelin up here appears to be working. I wonder why the Tears Fall ones are broken. Oh well. Take the Zeppelin from Ogres to... Oh, right. Regardless, that doesn't matter. Commander Agrogosh!
Thrumka, Druid.
Thrumka being a traditional orc greeting.
Your arrival at Gromgul is timely indeed. Our mission to provide a safe chain of supply to Stonard is being hampered by some of the local inhabitants. I'm putting you in charge of eliminating the raptor population outside of Gromgul. Just to the north, don't worry about the raptors themselves. Those wretched wet nesting-weary hunters will take care of them. I want you to destroy their eggs. Destroy 12 lash-tail raptor eggs.
We're gonna do a little bit of culling. That's okay. Sometimes, in the right time, the right place, a little cull is only good for the wildlife. Shut up, that's how I'm going to justify this. Besides, they're my mobs. They respawn infinitely. Wait, that's it as far as quests go to start with? It's just raptor eggs? Huh. I thought this quest line started more elaborately. I mean, I know that, well, there's a lot more to it than that. Well, it should be nice and easy. Whoop. And just run over to the eggs and thrash them. Literally.
require a target.
A lashtail hatchling. Upon dealing the final blow to a lashtail eggs, you look down and see a newborn hatchling looking back up at you. You see it studying you, learning your features, following your movement. The lashtail hatchling has formed a bond with you. The original son was to thin out the raptors, but you fulfilled your egg quota. This one is an innocent newborn. Perhaps someone back at Grumgle Base Camp will know what to do with the raptor hatchling. Bring the lashtail hatchling to Farseer Mokthardin at Grumgle Base Camp. Whoa. Aren't you the most precious little fella? Look at him! He's so cute! And he should have a brother. I have mini pets. Baby Sandalari Raptor. I do not have that one. Huh. Well. Hatchling. I've got a fossilized hatchling. Let's see. Darting hatchling. Ooh, Guardian Cobra hatchling. That's kind of pretty, but that's no. Leaping. No. Snow feather. No. We have a lovely little Zondalari. Zondalari toe nibbler. Yes. There we go. Now he's got a little brother. Yeah. Well, an older brother, rather. The Zondalari toe nibbler. Should give him a name. Oh wait. Rename. Let's call him Chuck. There we go. Chuck's a good little Zondalari toe nibbler. Yay! Now this lashtail hatchling isn't an only child anymore. Keep up the good work, Druid. Hellscream's eyes are upon you. Defensive Grumgol. Ogre oppression. Kill 4 Moshog brutes and 4 Moshog witch doctors. Yeah.
When we first arrived in this jungle, we did not intend to wage war on the local tribes. Our mission to supply Stonard is the highest priority, but complications have arisen. A local band of ogres has occupied the Mizja ruins to the southeast of Grumgol. Despite our warnings, they continue to ambush our supply caravans. I am putting you in charge of dealing with these uncooperative ogres. Travel to the ruins and attempt to drive them from the area. At the very least, it'll send a firm message. The Merkgill Murlocs have been pushed out of the ocean by the Saltskill Murlocs, so they make their refuge in the Kal'ai ruins to our northeast. This was acceptable in the past, but no longer. Separated from the sea, the Merkgill have grown restless. They sent their foragers to attack my supply caravans. Send them a message. This behavior will not be tolerated by Hellscream's Horde.
Slay Murlocs. All we're trying to do is to have a caravan go from here to I guess take the road there, over there, that way? Because Stonard is up through Duskwood, then through... up through Duskwood, through Deadwind Pass, over here, into the Swamp of Sorrows, down there. So I don't entirely see... I guess the road straight through here is not passable for the caravan? Curious. We will have to investigate. I like exploring Stranglethorn. It's a lovely zone. Despite being rather old, there certainly are nicer, newer jungle zones. Like Zandalar! Anyway.
Ah yes, the little one seems to have taken a liking to you. I suppose that one raptor alone raised among orcs is much less deadly than a whole pack of them. Keep her, Zulxochi. She may come in handy. In fact... I think she's hungry. Looks like your young raptor is hungry. If you're looking to keep her, why don't you find something for her to eat? The Lashtail often attack the camp of the Mercurial Murlocs, just to our north. She probably isn't strong enough to hunt on her own yet, but I'm sure she will eat freshly killed Murloc meat.
How convenient! We were supposed to thin out some Murlocs, and now we can feed our little baby raptor. And maybe Chak can also nibble. Isn't it right, Chaky? Yes! She's a good little toe nibbler. But let's make this trip efficient. Let's first go and deal with the ogres. We're one big happy raptor family. Yay! So cute! Yes. Ah. There's an adult Lashtail. And here are the ogres. Well. Hello. I am here to fight all of you at once. Just because I can. Moshok handiwork. Wait. Silly monkey. This ogre was carrying an unusual item. The severed hand of another ogre, tied to a piece of string and worn around the neck. The hand itself is marked... The hand itself is marked heavily with scars of faint glow of purple. A scar that glows after death is highly unusual. To find such an item on an ogre even stranger. Perhaps someone back at Grumgol will know what to do with this oddity. Perhaps they will. Stupid totems. Alright, we got our quota of witch doctors. Now we just need more brutes. There we go. Maul them all to death. Ah yes, these are really old troll ruins, by the way. Degraded a lot, but this is Gurubashi troll architecture. Gurubashi are also known as the jungle trolls. Members of the Gurubashi Empire. Their main capital city is over here. Zulxochi. The word Zul being a common prefix in Zandali, the troll language, which tends to stand for something along the lines of great or important. Hence also the name Zulxochi combines elements of, well, an Aztec goddess and, yeah, the word Zul. So, I guess it's kind of narcissistic in a way to go for Zulxochi, but I mean, if you have any ambition for wanting to be a great troll, then you should really try to, you know, aim for being called Zul something. What's truly arrogant was the Prophet Zul. I mean, it's literally just taking the word Zul and using it as your name. Now that's arrogant. Silly Murlocs. Lashtail Hatchling is eating all the Murlocs. Nom 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 nom.
Too far away.
I'm not too far away. Nom 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 nom. Time to eat. Honestly, get over here, you guys. There we go.
I need to target
There's
something
lovely
first.
purple moss and flowers in this area. Really gives it a nice atmosphere.
I do not have a target.
I'm not regenerating health as fast anymore. But because we're a troll, specifically a Zandalari troll, we have mastered regeneration. We can regenerate at will. Regenerating full health once every 2.5 minutes over the course of 6 seconds.
I am out of range.
Extremely convenient. So we don't even have to leave bear form to heal up. You can just press this button. Look, it's already quarter returned. 2.5 minutes is absolutely nothing. I think she's hungry. Yeah, we can turn everything back in. Okay, Raptor family, go, go, go! Yay! We are a happy Raptor family. There's Murlocs on the way.
I require a target.
Yay, level 30. Wild charge. Yes, please. Now we can just do... Now we just have wild charge. And we can charge at enemies. Or do various other neat little tricks, depending on what form we're in. Such as this one. 20-yard jump. Pretty damn neat. Let's see. Fly to a nearby ally's position. Leap behind an enemy. And let's see, what else did it do? Aquatic form. Boosts swim speed. I wonder what it does when we are in balance form, but oh well.
Blood and thunder.
I see you are a good one for more than simple egg smashing duty. Good! The Horde can use capable Zandalari like you.
I'm surprised you even know what a Zandalari is. Actually, I'm not, because there is a Zandalari camp not too far from here, or at least there used to be. And in this case, we're just gonna go for whichever one sells for more, which is gonna be the vest. Is it a pretty vest? It's not bad.
Excellent work. Hopefully the raids will stop now. I have one more task for you, Zulxochi. The defense of Grumgol. Trollish thievery. The trolls leave us well enough alone here in Grumgol. Most trolls know that the Horde can easily crush them when angered. The trolls here in Stranglethorn are no exception. The Bloodscalp have been more active lately, however. As lately as last week, they sent a party into Grumgol and stole several cases of rations. Stealing food is the most forgivable type of theft, but I still can't let it happen under my watch. Head north to the Balal ruins and return our property.
Obtain the Grumgol rations from the Balal ruins. Oh, we get a belt of a transmog that we don't have yet. Nice. I always like collecting more transmogs.
Hand.
The Farseer, make sure you hold the item by the string carefully, avoiding the dead ogre's fist.
Strange indeed. I will pass this on to my contacts in the east, near Moshog's main camp. I have the feeling that they'll be interested in the strange scars. You have my thanks, Zandalari. Ah, she looks bigger already. You can see these raptors grow quickly. You are lucky to have found such a strong companion. Keep her by your side as long as you can, Zulxochi. I'm sure she will prove to be an asset in the future.
For the Horde!
You're good little Larry Hatchling. Yes. Well, let's see. Speaking of trolls, one of the dark scale cousins, Nimboya.
Relax.
A doom there is! A doom on my chief's youngest son, Yaniku. As is a custom with our people, he was given to the Gurubashi trolls of Zul'Gurub. But after my tribe, the Darkspear tribe, left with the orc thrall, poor Yaniku was lost to us. I was sent from distant Orgrimmar back to Stranglethorn to search for my chief's son. And I believe the Bloodscalp tribe has him. If you would help me, then hunt the Bloodscalps. You may find them to the north. Gather their tusks and return to me. Obtain Bloodscalp tusks from trolls in the Balal ruins. I'm heading that way anyway. And somebody else has something to say. A Blood Elf. Nemeth Hawkeye of the Farstriders. The Farstriders are the elite ranger corps of the Blood Elves.
Our enemies will fall.
Well met, Druid. I've made a habit of studying the fighting techniques of the various troll tribes in my travels, and I've noticed a trend. The Bloodscalp trolls at the Takashi ruins and Balal ruins to the north use some of the same tactics as the Amani of the northern forests. Their magic seems to have diverged in an interesting direction, and they've used it to become the strongest tribe in the area. It could form the core of a powerful weapon against the Amani, but first I must find out more about it. Nemeth Hawkeye at Gromgol Base Camp wants you to bring him a Bloodscalp totem from a Bloodscalp shaman.
Farewell.
Yes, and as for the Amani trolls live all the way up in the north, in the Ghostlands, and here have their empire of Zul-Aman. Well, you can't really call it an empire, but once upon a time, basically all of this was, more or less all of this was troll controlled. In fact, most of the world was troll controlled. You can find troll ruins over here, mostly belonging to the Sand Fury tribe, which is a splinter faction of the Gurubashi trolls. And you can find you can find troll ruins all the way up here, Darkshore. You can find troll ruins all over Northrend. Trolls lived everywhere. You can find troll ruins in Kunlai Summit all the way in Pandaria. Of course, Zandalar is covered in troll civilization. I actually don't know if there's any signs of troll habitation in the Broken Isles. Not that I can immediately think of. Regardless, trolls, they're everywhere. Because at one point they more or less controlled the world. But oh well. Let's go and travel and find these Bloodscalps. We could avoid the Lashtails for now. Travel around the edges along the coast. Parrots. Well, Bloodscalp Axe Thrower. Okay, time to charge! Hey, that hatchling is doing something with that pile of skulls. Okay. What is it? Favorite skull. Your pet raptor seems to have found a new toy, a skull from a nearby troll skull pile. What sets the skull apart from the rest is beyond you, but for some reason, she won't put it down. Nimboya at Gromgol Base Camp seems to be somewhat of a skull expert. Judging by the skull piles he keeps, maybe you'll have some idea what makes this one so special. Aww, she found a little skull she wants to play with.
Too far away.
And the Balal ruins are really small. Like there's an actual proper ruin up here, significantly larger. But that's typically how, before World of Warcraft scaled everything to your level, basically how it worked is you would first go to a more of a smaller introductory area, and then later, as you advance through the quest line, you would head deeper and deeper into higher level areas. And by higher level I mean 1 to 2 levels higher, because it's still the same zone. Each zone typically had a stretch of around 10 levels in that regard. And by doing that, yeah, you would slowly advance deeper and deeper into the storyline and find more and more different sorts of the enemies that you were fighting. Typically more advanced ones. So here you would find shamans and axe throwers. And then deeper in the ruins you would find berserkers and witch doctors, which just had, were higher level, had more health, more damage, and used different abilities, typically stronger abilities. And so the difficulty of a zone would ramp up over time. Now, however, they've made everything scale, which makes it a lot easier to just go wherever you want to go and do whatever you want to do within certain limits. Because basically how it now works is everything scales up to certain breakpoints and starting from certain breakpoints. So for example, Strangthorn Vale scales from level 25 to 60. So as soon as you hit 25, you could go here and quest and be relatively okay. And past 60, the enemies stop scaling in this region. And this makes it very easy to play together with somebody else who is a different level but still roughly in the same range. You can just go together to a different zone that neither of you have quested in yet and have fun questing together there. So I really like the scaling, but it does kind of it does have a little downside in that it makes the zone's progression weaker overall and the difficulty of the zone. But that's, to me, an acceptable sacrifice. As you go through the quest line, you will still come across different sorts of more advanced enemies. Typically, they will, at least visually, wear cooler gear. And yeah, like I said, typically have more different types of enemies that use more different types of skills. So there's still some sense of progression. But yeah, the big breakpoints are level 60, level 80, level 90, level 100, level 110, and, well, level 120. That's typically when you move on to the next expansion of content. So in our case, once we hit level 60, we can choose. We can either go to Outland and start questing in Outland, which I do not recommend personally because the quest design is very old and outdated. It's even older than the content we're doing now, as strange as that might sound. I'll explain why another time. Or we can go to Northrend, which has, in my opinion, better storylines, better told, and feels more relevant. Outland really being on an entirely different planet is kind of disconnecting. Though there are some, like Nagrand is lovely, and I think Shadowmoon Valley is underrated. Zangar Marsh is quite pretty, though not very exciting. Nagrand is beautiful though. It's an absolutely wonderful place. And yeah, Shadowmoon Valley is kind of ugly, but it's got compelling storylines, I feel. Anyway, Nimboya! The hunt for Yuniku. Druid, show me you've made prey of the Bloodscalp tribe. Show me your trophies. These are good tasks, Zulxochi. You prove that you have the strength to hunt the Bloodscalps, and that is good, because you are not done hunting them. Headhunting. We must find if Yuniku is dead, slay the Bloodscalps of Zuldaya, and take from them their shrunken heads. You must gather many, many heads, and I will inspect them to make sure Yaniku's head is not among them. And if Yaniku was killed by the Bloodscalps, then may a 600-year curse fall on the spirit of their chief, Ganzula. Go, Zulxochi. You will find the heads at the ruins of Zuldaya, along the coast to the north. Obtain 25 shrunken heads from the Bloodscalp trolls. Okie dokie.
Stay away from them.
What do we have here? A young raptor and a pet Sandalari. Ha! More importantly, what's that skull you have there? This is no ordinary troll. He was big. Nimboya raps on the head case. And strong too. Let me see what we can do with this one. Don't go anywhere.
Spirits lead you back.
Watch Nimboya do what Nimboya does best. Throw the big skull in the pot. A nose for this sort of thing. Throw the mojos on the skull. Magic's done. The skull speaks to you.
I live? No, I do not. But I can. The raptor you have is wise to have found my skull among what must have been so many. In life, I was strong, powerful, a lord among trolls. With your help, I can be a lord once more. The Bloodscalps and Zuldaya hoard magical fetishes that can help me return. They hide these artifacts under the sand. Use our hatchling to find these artifacts, Zulxochi, and throw them into the pot. Use your latchtail hatchling to sniff out 8 Zuldayan fetishes.
Well, well.
And honor.
Pity has no place under my command. The trolls can find food elsewhere. It's a big jungle.
He's right. He salutes us.
The Horde thanks you, Zulxochi. Grungol is protected, if only for today.
Ding! Level up again. Man, we are going really fast. Oh, that's a very marginal upgrade. Yeah, 1 point agility, 1 point stamina, but no crit or no versatility. I think I'll stick with the old one.
Victory lies ahead.
Do not fail me, Zulxochi. If we can bend this Bloodscalp magic to our will, my people may yet eliminate the Amani threat. I don't want to eliminate the Amani, though. I like the Amani trolls. They were our allies in the Second War, you know. Okay, well, that was the old Horde, but... I mean... surely there has to be a peaceful option? The Reventusk trolls of the hinterlands are our allies, and they're also forest trolls. It should be doable. Ah, well. Well done. Now this is curious. The inscription on this totem is in a language no troll could ever hope to learn, but it is one that is known to us. It names the bearer as an ally of a water elemental named Nias and marks him as one worthy to channel his power. This is most unexpected, but not entirely bad. Zulxochi, with your help, I'd like to pursue this further. So this Nias is the mastermind behind the Bloodscalp and their exotic magic. I'll admit this is the last place I expect my inquiry to lead, but no matter. Our findings may still prove useful. Off the coast to the northwest is an island inhabited by lesser water elementals. There's a crude stone slab there that might serve as an altar for the likes of the trolls. Take the totem you found to that altar. Let's see if we can draw this Nias out and distill his power into a more agreeable form. Use the gift of Nias near the altar of Nias to summon a water elemental Nias. Defeat him and return to Nemeth Hawkeye at Grunkle Base Camp with the heart of Nias.
We will have justice.
I mean, I don't like the particular tone that you have when addressing trolls. I don't think you've noticed who you're talking to. But oh well. Let's see. Yeah, most of our quests are over on that region, so I think we'll head there. But I think before we head there, I think I'm gonna make this episode, cut it into 2 parts. And I'll see you in episode 4, part 2, and not overdo it on the length of individual episodes. So, I'll see you in the next part of episode 4. See you then! Boop!